Good afternoon and welcome to Chargers Outside Zone. I'm Chuck.
I'm Thomas.
And today we're going to do the reveal of Chargers Outside Zone quarterback rankings.
Quarterback rankings, everyone does it.
It is the off season.
Everybody else's is terrible.
Ours is terrible.
Ours is terrible.
So
it's just our opinion.
Yeah, and just how we did our quarterback rankings.
Yes.
Is I asked you if you were starting an NFL team or had some mythological NFL team, who would you want to be your starting quarterback?
Yes.
And you said, I want that guy. And I said, okay, that guy's no longer available. Who do you want? And so on and so forth.
I want that guy.
Go all the way down to the end of the list of 32 projected starters for each NFL team.
Yes. That's what we did.
That is what we did. It was awesome.
Yes.
But first, this is a father-son hobby where we focus on the team building the Los Angeles Chargers. On occasions, we do rankings just like everybody else.
We do.
We are not experts, so this, don't dare show this list to anyone else.
Yes.
And don't take it and bet on it, or because we don't talk about gambling or betting.
Yeah.
And we stay away from hot takes.
This might be a little spicy.
Yeah. So with that, we didn't even bother the reveal on the first one.
Patrick Mahomes.
Unfortunately, as Chargers fans,
we get the pleasure
of playing Patrick Mahomes at least twice a
year.
Maybe sometimes 3 times a year.
Hopefully.
With the win last year, he kind of solidified his spot. Not much more to say.
Yes.
All right. And when I said Patrick Mahomes is not available, you said I will take Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Joe Burrow. Joe Shasey.
And you tend to like what portion of his game? Just all of it. The cerebral part, completing passes to Jamar Chase.
I love the connection that Jamar and him have.
He runs an offense very well.
It's great. Awesome.
At number 3, you have Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Big, strong arm guy, run the ball.
Yes.
Obviously, just looking at last year, Joe Burrow led the Cincinnati Bengals into Buffalo in the playoffs, in the snow.
And beat them.
So I would say that this is a very standard top 3.
Chalk.
Chalk.
Say.
You ready to reveal number 4?
Yes.
At number 4, Justin Herbert of the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yes.
I think it's clear with all the numbers that Justin puts up, with now shifting from a Joe Lombardi a Joe Lombardi coached offense, shifting to a Kellen Moore offense should benefit Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
So let's see more numbers. Not great for fantasy football Austin Eckler fan, owners in Dynasty, the switch to Kellen Moore. But if you have stock in Justin Herbert, you should do well. At number 5, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles.
Someone ranked him really low.
Yeah, we've seen him at number 7. I think I'm going to guess here that his ability to run and pass, not that he's the greatest passer, not that he's the fastest runner, but his capability of keeping defenses on their toes and
and also
really putting pressure on the guys, the number of guys you put in the box.
Yes.
If you go light box, he's going to run. If you go heavy box, he's going to throw. He's got A.J. Brown. He's got Devonta Smith. Yeah. Jalen Hurts, great number 5 here. At number 6, Lamar Jackson, speaking of maybe the fastest running quarterback.
Yes.
So I'm guessing you also like his mixture of
Run, pass.
run and pass.
I mean,
Yeah, I think everybody's, the story leading up to his contract signing in the offseason,
was
is he healthy enough? So the Ravens finally committed
yes.
to Lamar Jackson with a long-term contract with plenty
And
of guaranteed money.
and 2 wide receivers.
And, yeah, don't forget OBJ and, there's somebody else. Rashad Bateman's back.
Their first round.
Oh, yeah, Zay
Right.
Flowers in the mix. Good call. Nice. Yeah, so they have committed to Lamar Jackson in more than one way. Let's see if Lamar Jackson returns the favor by staying healthy.
Yes.
Moving on to number 7, Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars
He
recovered.
recovered from the
Urban Meyer era.
Urban Meyer disease.
Yeah, the disaster that was Urban Meyer. Doug Peterson got a lot out of Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
Now that, usually you want to see a jump from year 1 to year 2. I think everybody was just like, now that he doesn't have Urban Meyer around, he doesn't have to carry all that baggage. He played well.
So
Second year in a Doug Peterson offense.
yes.
Lots of off season spent together. We should see some good things out of Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
If you're a quarterback fan and a Jaguars fan.
Yes.
At number 8, kind of an old name creeping in here, new team. Aaron Rodgers at the New York Jets.
Yes.
I'm guessing this is a mixture of what he's done over his lengthy career, however many MVPs he has.
For
Not necessarily based on everything he did last year, but just his...
he fell in this ranking because of what he did this last year.
When I think you have a lot of younger players ahead of him, so if you're starting a team, you're going to have those players for longer. Then you're going to have an Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's going to play as long as a Joe Burrow or a Trevor Lawrence.
You hope.
It would be pretty funny to watch. All right, at number 9, Matthew Stafford of the Rams, and we kind of said that Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford were somewhat interchangeable in this rankings.
He
I think
both won a Super Bowl.
both have won Super Bowls. Matthew Stafford was injured last year. Aaron Rodgers didn't play great last year. I think Rodgers has more talent from top to bottom on the roster that he's on. Matthew Stafford, although has Sean McVay. Let's see how they come out. And he still has Cooper Kupp, so
Yes.
there's lots of great things that can happen when you pair up Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp.
Coop.
At number 10, Kirk Cousins of the Vikings. Some
Now-
people may say that Kirk doesn't win enough big games, primetime games.
Now you wanted this. You thought he was ranked very low.
Well, in one of the ones that we saw, he was ranked low. I think as you look at this list, this is a good place for Kirk Cousins to fit. It is the responsibility of the GM and the coach to not just rely on Kirk in primetime games and to put some talent around him and a defense that can stop players.
Well, Justin Jefferson's there.
Yeah, and he's got the greatest wide receiver in the league right now.
He's talent.
Yeah,
He's talented.
without a doubt. All right. At number 11, Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears.
Again,
Somewhat projecting a lot of upside.
I'm hoping.
Tried to he single-handedly carried the Bears on his back to a number 1 pick in the draft this year,
Well,
which did him a lot of favors in the fact that when they traded with Carolina, now they have 2 number 1 picks next year and DJ Moore, a number 1 wide receiver, and. So
and the Tennessee guard.
true. I'm trying to think of. The guard or the tackle? Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright.
Yeah, definitely bringing in Darnell Wright will help that offensive line. Tevin Jenkins being back at guard. Fingers crossed for Justin Fields that line is improved. Let's move on.
Improve.
Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions. Obviously, they've put quite a nice team around Jared Goff.
Yes.
Jared Goff has played in the Super Bowl for the Los Angeles Rams. He should be very capable of running an offense. Hopefully he stays away from interceptions.
Yes.
Number 13, Tua Tagovailoa for the Miami Dolphins.
Again,
If you put talent at wide receiver, he will get the ball out
yes,
and they will run.
but the question is, will he stay healthy?
Yeah, he does have health concerns, so are the Dolphins going to invest in him? Is he going to stay healthy? Is he going to grow from last year and improve? Number 14, Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys.
That defense carries him.
Well, and I think Dak early in his career would be higher on this list.
But
Yeah, whether it's the talent that Jerry's put around him on offense, only having CeeDee Lamb, losing Dalton Schultz, running back, Kellen Moore was his offensive coordinator when Dak Prescott led the led the Dallas Cowboys to be the number 1 offense in the league, not once but twice.
yes,
So I think if Dak plays well this year, obviously he can move up this list quite a bit.
yes.
Plenty of opportunity for him. At number 15, Russell Wilson. I think we're all just trying to see if Russ is going to be
Will Russ
staying
cook?
in the pocket or is he going to get out of the pocket. I know one thing, he getting out of that office.
Yes, yes.
And number 16, the new Andy Dalton. Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Of the New Orleans Saints. Some people always called it the Andy Dalton line, always the 16th best quarterback in the league. We believe that to be one, Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
I think that a team wanting Derek Carr,
Yes.
like the New Orleans Saints, signing him to $35 million, whatever the number was, but just getting him out of Vegas where he was the MVP until he broke his leg under Jack Del Rio. John Gruden came in. Chaos there early, improvement, but then Gruden gone. Rich Bisaccia followed up by Josh McDaniels last year.
Yes.
And McDaniels' my way or the highway offense. I think Derek Carr is in a great spot.
Is in a great
With enough
spot.
talent at line and wide receiver, and we won't turn this into a Derek Carr outside zone podcast, but Kardashian outside zone podcast, but yeah. Look for improvement, and thankfully that'll be somewhere other than the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yes.
And we will continue. At number 17 with Daniel Jones of the New York Giants. Lots of people are higher on Daniel Jones than we are. We kind of think he may be a little bit of product of Brian Dable's new offense, maybe some regression this year. The other aspect that you start to get into as we put our rankings together is he's got a pretty hefty contract. I mean, not heftier than like Russell Wilson, but and some others down this list. But this is where you start questioning, do you want Daniel Jones at that price?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
At number 18, we have Brock Purdy of the 49ers.
It's more about the
Well, let's not give it away. We'll save it for later. But as Mr. Irrelevant, he got on the field and he played well. And he outplayed somebody that's coming on this list in the not too distant future. But at number 19, Geno Smith of the Seahawks.
he didn't write back.
What's that?
He did not write back.
Okay. I'm not sure of that reference, but
Okay,
okay. All right.
move on.
Move on. At number 20, Kenny Pickett of the Steelers. I think that's high for Kenny Pickett according to other QB rankings, but I don't think that Kenny's done a whole lot wrong at this point. Maybe
Yeah.
not hasn't done enough, but hasn't done anything necessarily wrong. And here's that person we were talking about, Jimmy Garoppolo, the new quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders. He was in San Francisco.
Jimmy G.
And some might say that Brock Purdy outplayed him a little bit there.
He did. Let's.
At number 22, Mac Jones and the Patriots with the Patriots.
Hell.
Yeah, well, this is going to be interesting to see where this goes. The whole New England Patriots, Mac Jones thing. Bailey Zappi still on the roster. They replaced Matt Patricia and Joe Judge with, yeah, boy, Mr. Butt Chin.
They replaced a special teams and a defensive coordinator with an actual offensive coordinator.
Bill O'Brien's back
Great job.
after a journey to Penn State, Houston Texans, Alabama, and now
Alabama.
returning to be the offensive coordinator of the New England Patriots. Let's see what Mac Jones does. At number 23, Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill. What can you say?
I'm not sure.
I mean, Derrick Henry should be the quarterback at this point.
At number 24, one of the rookies. And the first rookie is Anthony Richardson of the Colts.
I am. You're betting on upside at this point.
Yeah, I think of the three rookies, probably the most NFL ready from a physique. Obviously quarterbacks take different hits, but we think probably Anthony Richardson could withstand a little bit more punishment than the other two.
Yes.
But hopefully Shane Steichen designs an offense that he's comfortable with and he stays upright and he doesn't get hit. At number 25, the number one pick in the draft, Bryce Young, Carolina Panthers.
It's more about the college.
Yeah, Alabama played well. He has the an arm. He has anticipation. He can move inside and outside the pocket. So nothing wrong there. Has Frank Reich as his head coach. Plenty to like about that situation. That leaves C.J. Stroud with the Texans at 26.
Doesn't have enough talent.
I think generally, obviously, we're pre-training camp as we get into the preseason games and then into the first few games. I mean, these three names can
Go up.
move up and down as their play shows, but this is the way we have them before the season starts.
Yes,
And I like it.
I do.
At number 27, Jordan Love of the Packers. If he learned anything sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, if he has meshed well with Matt LaFleur and his offense and what they want to do and he has a training camp where he's the man with Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Aaron Jones. I mean,
But
he has a chance to scream up this list, right?
here's my question: is it a little too late? Little too late?
Too little, too late. Well, I mean,
Too
they've signed him to an extension.
1
He's
year
got-
extension?
Yeah, he's under contract this year and next, and yeah, they didn't give him a ton of money, but if he steps in and plays well, he can get up this list, pretty quickly, right?
Yes.
At number 28, Desmond Ritter of the Falcons. He's in a very good situation with a lot of talent.
Yes.
Let's see if Arthur Smith can get him to play well and not make mistakes, huh?
Yes.
At number 29, Sam Howell of the Commanders. 5th round pick last year, kind of just the Commanders. He's got some weapons. We'll see.
We'll see. Yep.
At number 30, Baker Mayfield of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Baker did not play well last year. Did not.
I mean, who would have thought Baker, when he was drafted number 1, before his 5th year started, would have been traded to the Panthers? I mean, outright cut, wasn't he? Or was he traded to the Rams?
Outright cut.
Probably asked for a release or something. I don't know. But ended up a Ram, played one great game, in a comeback. Yeah, and now he finds himself in Tampa Bay with some wide receivers, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I don't know about a running game.
There's none. There's no running game to be spoken of.
When everybody always wanted Tampa Bay to come back with the creamsicle uniforms, do you think they were like, oh, I can't wait to get that number 6 Baker Mayfield creamsicle?
No. They wanted Tommy Boy.
Oh, they just missed. So sad.
Just missed.
But you got Baker instead.
Yay, Baker Mayfield.
Another Oklahoma quarterback comes in here at number 31, Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
Some people might say that is criminally low on a quarterback ranking.
He's injured
All the time.
all the time.
When it's important.
The Cardinals have number 1 and
They have 2 first-round picks.
2 first-round picks.
He's got a terrible contract.
Terrible contract.
I mean, not only is he not going to be on the field, you're going to pay him a lot of money to not be on the field. And then you're working your way towards the number 1 pick in the draft, trying to get Caleb Williams.
I would like that job.
I mean, where is Kyler Murray playing in 2024?
He's playing in the USFL or XFL.
Well, I mean, he's got too much money for that. But we shall see. And that leaves...
But he's not as bad as...
Deshaun Watson of the Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland messed up.
Not only would you not want his contract, you would not want him in the building.
At all.
Yeah. So, there you have our 1 through 32 quarterback rankings. Hopefully we didn't ruffle too many feathers with anything in there.
Yes.
But we'll take this list throughout the season at different points and maybe update it and see where things land. Obviously, we'll definitely use it next off season. But that's our 1 through 32. Hope you enjoyed it. Do us a favor. Follow us on Twitter at LAC Outside Zone. On this YouTube channel, Chargers Outside Zone. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. And you can find us at our website, chargersoutsidezone.com. Email us at chargersoutsidezone@gmail.com. And do us a favor, join us every Tuesday and Saturday for a new episode. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. And share it. Please share it.
Oh, yeah. And share. One more bye.
Bye.